For Korean ancestors, land or houses were considered living creatures. They regarded a house as nature itself. Traditional Korean houses served as a space of living, a historical site, and a shelter for the spirit. Nature-friendly traditional Korean wooden architecture has been handed down from generation to generation by Daemokjang skill holders. Korean Daemokjang dates back to the Joseon dynasty.
1980년도 대목장이라는 공식 명칭으로
Daemokjang was designated Important Intangible Cultural Heritage number 74 in 1980.
1997년 거기에 들어가려면 먹줄치기 좋은 상태가 될 때까지
After foundation stones are laid, the Daemokjang shaves lumber to make it smooth. The process of cutting and shaping wood for construction materials is called monumental. First, one has to shave off the bark so as for the Daemokjang to draw a line on the smooth surface. After all the preparation is set, the Daemokjang draws lines according to his predetermined plan. Following the lines drawn on the flat surface, carpenters cut or plane the lumber. With respect to materials for decorative purposes, like ornamental eaves, the Daemokjang draws life-size architectural drawings on the surface of the lumber. Carpenters carve out the lumber according to the Daemokjang's drawings. This pillar, designed in millennium style, is wider at the base but narrower at the top. While Baehulum style pillars have a shape with 1/3 point from the bottom being the thickest. Hulum methods allow the beauty and bulky pillar to look smooth and curvy, enhancing the beauty of the architecture. After the pillars are shaped, it is time to erect them. On the day of erecting the pillars, the Daemokjang, together with the homeowner and carpenters, holds a ritual ceremony for Seongju, or the tutelary spirit of the house. It is at the moment when the Daemokjang embarks on the construction in earnest with firm determination of building a solid house that can withstand a millennium. Pillars on the foundation stones are bound to lean to one side or have an uneven bottom. Verifying whether they stand upright is called derimbogi. The Daemokjang can make sure that pillars stand upright when the major and minor axes of the pillars are in parallel with the straight lines drawn on the pillars. After making sure that the pillars stand straight, the Daemokjang fits them onto the foundation stones. The Daemokjang removes the gap between the foundation stones and the bottom of the pillars to make sure they are properly adhering to the stones. This process is called gurungi tukki. Verified pillars are laid down on the ground for chiseling. After carving the bottom of the pillars, he fits them onto the foundation stones again. A closer look at the front rows of the pillars suggests pillars on the side are slightly taller than those in the middle. Longer pillars are arranged on the side, which is called guisosun. This arrangement prevents both edges from looking like they are drooping. It requires sophisticated techniques of calculating the precise size of the beams on top of the pillars. After erecting the pillars, the Daemokjang interlocks a header beam, or changbang, and ornamental brackets, or hochamcha. They connect each pillar with the header beams. The header beams need to support the weight of the roof, so they should be strong and large. Brackets are installed on top of the pillars to support the roof and decorative eaves. Brackets fall into 3 categories. The first refers to brackets with a decorative cluster placed on top of each pillar. The second, to much more complicated and magnificent brackets with decorative clusters placed on top of each pillar and between the pillars. The third refers specifically to wing-shaped bracket arms.
그 많은 소로와 첨차와 공포의 그 연결되는 부분이 아주 세밀하고 나무가 수축돼서도 안 되고 그렇기 때문에 아주 특히 치목을 할 적에는 모든 나무보다도 이 좋은 나무를 써야 되고 조립하는 과정이라든지 집을 지어놓고서 그 오차가 안 생기고 그 제대로 된 집을 지을 수가 있죠.
Meanwhile, carpenters are ready to place architrave beams on top of the pillars. Architrave beams are long and thick pieces of wood used in the framework of the roof.
튼튼한 나무를 사용하는 만큼 한옥에서 가장 무거운 부재 중 하나다. 꽂고 매질을 하여 단단히 결합시킨다.
They place purlin supports onto the beam and fasten them
이들 방열
together.
위에는 도리가 앉혀진다.
Bars are placed across the purlin supports to buttress the weight of
가로로는
rafters.
상방이 기둥을 잡고 세로로는
Then they
고가
connect the
기둥이
front pillars with header
휘어지도록
beams and connect the back and front pillars with architrave beams. Architrave beams that connect the front and back pillars of the building need to be large enough. Thus, the Daemokjang cannot find the same length of logs.
그 높이를 맞춰주는 것이 동자주.
So he needs collar beams, or dongjaju, to adjust the
그
length.
위로 장여를 얹고 창방과 장여 사이 뜨는 부분을
After placing collar
맞춰
beams atop the main beams, the Daemokjang puts ridge purlins on them.
종량부까지 올려주면 이제 그 위로 주심도리와 내목도리 등을 얹는다.
The ridge purlin refers to a horizontal structure member bridging two or more rafters of a roof.
외목도리, 내목도리와 주심도리의 석가래가 걸리게 된다. 도리에 걸린 석가래의
Korean traditional roofs are characterized by the curve of rafters, or the mulme of the
물매란
eaves.
바로 이 지붕의 곡선의 기울기를 말하는 것으로
Mulme refers to the slope of a
자연스럽게
roof.
이을 데 없는 이
The
선은
natural slope of the roof is the result of the Daemokjang's elaborate plan.
처마를 이루는 것이 바로 석가래다.
The framework of the eaves consists of rafters. Warped wood is best for
석가래에
rafters.
쓰는 나무는
By the
긴
degree of
나무로
the curve,
나무가
they are graded.
자연스럽게 휘어진 정도에 따라 번호를 매긴다.
The rafters are then put in numerical order.
도리 위에 번호 순으로 석가래를 얹는다.
They are organized from the less warped ones to the more warped ones in order, and then the natural curve of the eaves appears.
처마의 곡선이 나타난다.
In Korean traditional architecture, the Daemokjang expresses curves by using chunyo,
한국의
or protruding
전통
corners of
건축에서는
eaves.
수녀를 사용하여 곡을 만든다. 석가래를 잡는다는 것은 나무가
The design of the eaves curvature involves deciding how much the rafters should head upward by using bent wood.
처마곡을
This is determined by seasoned Daemokjang
얼마
experiences.
정도를 들리게 할 것인가를 정하는 것인데
Flying rafters refer to the rafters attached to the protruding corners of eaves. The radial pattern of flying rafters plays a crucial role in exhibiting the beautiful lines of Korean traditional
한국의
houses.
아름다운 선인 처마 안허리곡을 결정하고 처마곡
The Daemokjang puts forth his whole energy in designing flying rafters.
추녀 위쪽으로 부채살 모양
Flying rafters expose themselves under the corners of the eaves, as if an unfolding fan. They come in different lengths. Designing flying rafters involves complex calculations.
목수는 그것을 보고 지목한다.
The work of home building is completed by placing gables on the two sloping sides of the roof. Months of painstaking efforts have finally come to fruition. The contents of the sign include the name of the Daemokjang, the carpenters, and the date of erecting the pillars. This ceremony ends after putting the document on the rafters beneath the final board. Daemokjang Go Taekyang began his woodwork as an apprentice of Jo Won-jae in 1954 for the restoration work of the Jogae Temple that had been ruined during the Korean War. One of his representative works is the Gumsan Temple Daemokjang. It shows the aesthetic of traditional Korean temples, characterized by the beautiful curve of eaves, as if to see a crane flying up into the sky. Daemokjang Shin Eung-soo began woodwork in 1958. He joined in the reconstruction of Bongwon-sa Jonggak as an apprentice of Lee Kwang-gyu in 1960. The skill of building a traditional Korean house has been passed down from Kim Dok-hee to Kim Jong-hee to skillholder Jung Hung-soo to skillholder Chae Gi-young. The Daemokjang, a master carpenter who designs and builds traditional wooden architecture. They learn these skills not from theory but from hand-to-hand transmission. Now they play a significant role in transmitting the traditional techniques.
잘만 빌라고 잘만 빌라고 잘 남이 이자 못 가지고 700년 가게 되면 나는 이자 못 가지고 1000년 가게 질란다 그런 마음을 가지고 일을 하는 게 좋다고 나는 그렇게 생각을 해요. 네. 그만이요.